Hi, I'm Dr. Therese with Healthy Choice Family Chiropractic, and I wanted to explain to you the Denneroll. So this is a curve correction unit that we recommend in our office, especially for people who have lost the curve in their neck, or have a reversal of the curve in their neck, because when we're looking this way, our curve should be like this, but what can happen over time, especially between like looking down on phones and computers and tablets, is our curve can straighten and then it can start to go forward. That would add additional stress on the muscles of our neck. It'll cause constant pulling through there. Also can even end up adding additional tension towards our spinal cord. It can end up causing multiple issues or health issues overall. It can contribute towards neck pain, chronic headaches, migraines, increased rate of arthritis, degeneration of the neck. Also can even contribute towards weakness, numbness, tingling in the arms or in the hands. So that's why we recommend this for a lot of our practice members. I'm just gonna go through to show you how to use a Denneroll. And yes, it is, I know it sounds like a dinner roll, like the one that you would eat, but it's with an E instead of an I. So if I mispronounce it or enunciate it wrong, I apologize. So this is it overall. It comes in a little package. When you use it, you're gonna wanna lay on the floor. It has this wording here where it says shoulders this side. That's the side that you're actually gonna use towards your shoulders, because this will go right under the neck. You'll use it on a harder surface, so really I recommend the floor. I'm gonna show you it with laying on one of these adjusting tables today, just to allow for a better angle. So I'm gonna get on the table. So I'm gonna show it with using for the middle portion of the neck. When we do recommend this for an individual, we always will let you know where to put it in your neck. We base that information off of the information that we get from your x-rays and how your specific curve has been affected. So with that, I'm gonna do the middle portion of the neck. So I'm gonna have that shoulder side here coming down towards my shoulders, where my curve is slightly straightened is to the middle portion. So I'll be laying with that in the middle portion of my neck. So I'm gonna lay on my back. My head is resting down, and you can see how my head rests back over. Now I would be getting a little bit more aggressive of pressure if I was laying on the floor or a harder surface. This is a little bit squishy, which is why it's not giving me as much pressure or force overall. Now when you start using this, you'll start using it for 3 minutes. I'll talk a little bit further about time frames in just a moment. After you are done using your Denneroll, you never want to just pick your head up and go straight up. You always want to roll to your side, which is a little hard to do on these narrow tables. You'll move the Denneroll away, and then you'll push yourself up. The reason why you don't just lead with your head up is because then you've just stretched out all the muscles, ligaments in the front. If you lead with your head up, you're causing those to contract just after they've been stretched out extensively. So that's why you want to make sure to roll to your side and then come up slowly. Now, when it comes to the time frame that you're going to utilize your Denneroll for, each one of the packages of the Denneroll comes with this handout. It goes through the time frame. So we have everyone start with using it for 3 minutes a day, and you can use this during any time of the day, just whatever's going to be consistent for you. Whether you're going to be more consistent with morning times or evenings, whatever works best for you, that's when you want to utilize it. Consistency is key, especially when you're talking about stretching out these muscle ligaments in the front of the neck, so we can work on restoring that curve. You'll start with 3 minutes. As long as you don't have any increase in pain or discomfort after or the next day, then you'll increase the time that you use that Denneroll 1 minute per day until you get to 17 minutes. That's where the most, what they call ligamentous creep, basically stretching of the ligaments, can happen. The most ideal range is 17 minutes for that. Then you'll maintain it at 17 minutes. Now, we do have some individuals who, when they use the Denneroll, even 3 minutes can be too much for them, especially if your curve is reversed or if you have more progressed amounts of arthritis and degeneration. Then what we actually recommend you do is still start with the 3 minutes, but when you're laying down with your Denneroll, so you'll have it still placed here, you'll place something else in this area, almost like a folded up towel. So that then your neck won't have the ability to go as far back, because it'll end up resting on that towel. It'll basically prevent the stretch from being quite as aggressive, and therefore can reduce any soreness that you would have after. You would still do the same thing. You would start at the 3 minutes with the towel under there. You'd keep the towel under there until you reach that 17 minutes for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Then you'll take the towel out, You'll start back at 3 minutes and then go and progress back up to the 17 minutes again. That's gonna allow, once again, for that optimal stretching of the muscles, or the ligaments and muscles in the front of the neck, and allow for that overall improvement in your curve, which also has been called the arc of life, because we need that arc there to have the most pressure off of our spinal cord and to have the most amount of life flowing between our brain and our body. If you have any questions about Denneroll, or if it's something that would be beneficial for you, you definitely can contact our office, 616-426-8500, or email us at info@healthychoicefamilychiropractic.com.